Dan has always posted this. Absolutely love Dan. Let's get right into this. 5 observations from day 13. Number 1, Seth McLaughlin could play on Monday after getting reps as the number 2 center today. That's someone I'm very interested in. Listen, at the end of the day, we need as much depth as possible on our offensive line. There's a potential we keep 11 offensive linemen and we get rid of other potential extra players because of it. At the end of the day, we got to protect Joe Burrow. And our offensive line depth right now, we have a lot of unknowns. We have a lot of guys who are young and potentially could be, the future, could be potentially really good players. But we just don't know. We don't know right now what they're going to end up becoming. That's why, we've said many times we would love to sign an offensive guard. I love to sign a veteran to kind of get that, a little bit more well-known of what's going on. It is what it is, but there are players like Seth McLaughlin, Matt Lee, Jackson Kirkland. See, I didn't say Jackson Carman there. That, has the potential to be great. We just need to get them to that point. Anyway, Seth said, first time playing some real live situation football. It's tons of fun. Definitely feels a bit rusty, but the rust is knocking off quick. And yeah, you're going to get that very quickly. But at the end of the day, again, like I said, the whole goal here is to protect Joe Burrow, right? That's the whole point of this. We can't risk anything when it comes to protecting Joe Burrow. We have a Bugatti here. We have a Tesla. Okay, people like Tesla anymore. We have a, Lamborghini. We got to protect it, right? It's really what it comes down to. Number 2, Samaje Perine had more catches than in any previous practice. He had 3 touchdown catches in Pittsburgh in 2022. We bought Samaje Perine in for a reason, said Dan Pitcher. He was a critical part of the 2 deep playoff runs. He one of the best pass-protecting backs in the league. True. And, yeah. I also love Samaje being back. I think also a reason why we bought Samaje back was also because we knew Zach Moss potentially couldn't come back. And we wanted to replace Zach Moss. And Zach Moss is a really great blocking back. So we said, okay, well, how are we going to place him? We're going to place him with someone who is also a really good blocking back. Just happens to be someone who also knows our offense, knows our system, knows what he's doing, and is also a really good player. Number 3, Jordan Battle became the first player to intercept Joe Burrow in 11-on-11 period and celebrated. I went to Joe's eyes. That's weird 50 Shades of Grey type of comment. I just broke and the ball was right there. You got to capitalize on opportunities. We don't get them a lot. That is true. Playing against Joe Burrow is going to make you better because, you have to go against the best of the best. But it's also going to be difficult to get interceptions because, what do you know? You're going against the best of the best. So there's not many times Joe's going to make a mistake or have an issue. Normally, it would come down to most likely the other player, like maybe a wide receiver messes up or something. And that's what ends up, causing the interception to happen. Not many times it's going to be on Joe, but I guess if you ever want to intercept Joe, just make sure you go into his eyes. It's really easy to intercept someone is when you are looking through their eyes. I'm joking, by the way. Number 4, per usual, Burrow answered on the next series with a 45-yard touchdown bullseye to Yoshi. It's crazy because as a receiver, you kind of expect the ball to be somewhere versus a certain coverage. And it's there every time. It's like a video game, basically. See? I love the Joe Burrow glaze right now. I think we need some Joe Burrow glaze. Hasn't been much Joe Burrow glaze this offseason so far. Especially when it comes to, the media. Oh, wait. They never do that. Number 5, Howard Cost got the most snaps of any D tackle at Philly and has impressed with his gritty play. The life of a D tackle is not always sexy, said Zach Taylor. He has shown the ability to do things that we're asking those guys to do. Do the dirty work and do it how we want it done. And again, this is a guy who's undrafted, right? But it doesn't really matter at the end of the day much because he came from Notre Dame. This is a guy who played under Al Golden in Notre Dame and knows how to run Al's defense. So even though he's an undrafted guy, he could be a potential guy that Al looks at and goes, "Hey, listen, I need my offense. I need my defense ran a certain way. This is a guy that I know can run the defense how I want it. This is a guy I know. I know his potential, but I also, that's another thing, he also knows what, this guy's good at, what this guy's bad at, what this guy's strengths and weaknesses are, which is not always something that, Coach Golden's going to know right away, especially just coming to the Cincinnati Bengals for the first time in a bit. He's not going to know, okay, this guy, strengths, weaknesses, whatever. Over time, he'll learn, but it's not second nature yet. While with harder costs, he knows. He spent the last 3 years with this guy. He knows everything about him. So, if Al thinks this guy's the guy and wants him starting, put him out there. And Al we trust. I kind of, whenever I say Al like that, I always think of Al Bundy. You guys, older guys, probably know who I'm talking about. Absolute legend. We love Al Bundy. But tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. See you guys next one.